Selamat datang di channel Edukai. Di sini, kami hadir untuk menginspirasi, mendidik, dan memberdayakan Anda melalui dunia artificial intelligence. Bersama Edukai, kita membangun generasi cerdas, beretika, dan bermartabat, siap menghadapi tantangan masa depan. Tingkatkan efisiensi, produktivitas, dan kreativitas Anda melalui video-video inspiratif kami. Jadikan teknologi sebagai sahabat Anda untuk mewujudkan mimpi dan meraih prestasi gemilang. Mari bergandengan tangan, belajar, bertumbuh, dan melangkah menuju masa depan yang lebih cerah.
Sahabat Edukai dimanapun berada, saat ini kita akan belajar menggunakan aplikasi Cerebras. Bagaimana aplikasi Cerebras ini bisa digunakan untuk mengasah critical thinking kita. Kita bisa mengajukan pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang cerdas, yang kritis, dan nanti akan mendapat feedback dari Cerebras dengan algoritma yang sudah dilatih dengan pengetahuan-pengetahuan yang sangat empiris. Nah, oleh karena itu, kita bisa menggunakan ini untuk melatih kecerdasan kita, critical thinking kita, sehingga kita memiliki wawasan yang semakin luas. Nah, banyak orang mengatakan AI itu sering bisa memperbodoh manusia. Nah, kita bisa buktikan sekarang bahwa Cerebras bisa memperkaya wawasan kita, dan apabila kita gunakan ini setiap hari, akan meningkatkan critical thinking kita dan juga kemampuan kita dalam penguasaan bahasa Inggris yang baik. Sehingga nanti pada saat-saat tertentu, ada event-event internasional, sahabat Edukai bisa berbagi pikiran dengan wawasan yang luas dan kemampuan berbahasa Inggris yang memadai. Demikian kita akan coba melihat bagaimana model ini bisa dilakukan, dan saya berharap sahabat Edukai bisa memanfaatkan aplikasi yang gratis ini untuk mengembangkan profesionalisme, kecerdasan, dan critical thinking Anda dimanapun Anda berada. Selamat mencoba dan sukses selalu. Saat ini kita akan menggunakan aplikasi Cerebras ini untuk mencoba mengkonfirmasi ide-ide kritis, dan juga kita menanyakan hal-hal sifatnya yang kritikal. Bagaimana kita bisa berlatih setiap hari untuk mengkonfirmasi hal-hal yang penting kita ketahui secara ilmiah, maupun juga mungkin ada hal-hal yang kita ragu, kita bisa konfirmasi di sini. Kita coba gunakan sekarang. Kita start.
Hi there, how are you doing today?
Well, now we would like to start a debate actually. Well, now a lot of people talking about the humanity, talking about the human right, but why are there still a lot of human right violations everywhere in the world?
That's a really important and complex question. I think one reason is that the concept of human rights is often not universally understood or respected. Different cultures and societies have varying values and norms, and sometimes those can conflict with the idea of universal human rights. Plus, even when there are laws and agreements in place to protect human rights, it's not always easy to enforce them, especially in areas with limited resources or unstable governments. And sometimes it's just a matter of people not being held accountable for their actions. What's your take on it? Do you think there is a way to overcome these challenges?
Well, actually, you can see nowadays a lot of the freedom of expression is very limited, when we are talking about culture, and I don't agree with you, because we have United Nations that actually become the safeguarder of the regulation or the convention of the human right.
The UN does play a crucial role in promoting and protecting human rights, and it's true that freedom of expression is an essential part of that. But you're right, it can be limited in many places. Sometimes, governments or institutions claim that limiting free speech is necessary to protect people from hate speech, misinformation, or other forms of harm. But of course, that can be a slippery slope, and it's hard to balance the need to protect people with the need to preserve freedom of expression. Do you think the UN is doing enough to support countries in upholding human rights, or are there areas where they could improve?
Well, I can see that actually when we are talking about culture, we have diverse culture. Diversity is too big actually, but United Nations actually can control and make unifications of the application of the convention. What do you think?
Cultural diversity can be both a strength and a challenge when it comes to human rights. The UN does have a role in promoting universal human rights, but it's also true that different cultures have different values and practices. I'm not sure if the UN can fully control or unify the application of human rights conventions, but they can certainly provide guidance and support to countries. And it's also important for countries to work together and share best practices in upholding human rights. Do you think it's more important for the UN to focus on promoting universal human rights, or to respect and accommodate cultural differences?
Yeah, we can see that the Convention of the Human Rights actually respect all of the diversity of the culture, but in practice there are a lot of violations here and there, and human right is not really worked out actually, And what is the best thing? Is it the government that have to work it out, or also the community that support all of these conventions?
I think it's a bit of both, actually. Governments have a responsibility to uphold human rights and create laws and policies that protect them, but communities also play a crucial role in supporting and promoting human rights. If a community values and respects human rights, they're more likely to hold their leaders accountable and push for change when there are violations. And at the same time, if governments are committed to upholding human rights, they can create an environment where communities feel empowered to support and promote those rights. It's a bit of a chicken and egg problem, but ultimately, I think it's a shared responsibility between governments and communities. What do you think about the role of education in all this? Can education help promote a culture of human rights?
Oh yes, of course. Actually, starting from a family and then starting from education. But the problem actually is the political situation. You know, politicians, they have to adhere or they have to support the human rights. So where they are having a position, important position in the government as politicians, they have to support all this. What do you think?
Education and family are definitely key in shaping people's values and understanding of human rights. And I completely agree with you that politicians have a crucial role to play in supporting and promoting human rights. When politicians prioritize human rights, it sets a tone for the rest of society and can help create a culture of respect and dignity for all individuals. But unfortunately, sometimes politicians may prioritize their own interests or the interests of their party over human rights. Do you think that's because they're not held accountable enough by their constituents, or is it a more complex issue?
That is a complex issue actually, but political is sometimes a quite complicated thing, you know. But the most important thing is how we can develop awareness among the community that humanity is one. So if you're injured, I'm also injured. So humanity is only one, not diverse.
I love that perspective. When we recognize that we're all part of the same human family, it can be a powerful way to build empathy and compassion. And I think that's a really important message to get across, especially in today's world where it's easy to get caught up in our differences. If we can focus on our shared humanity, it can help break down barriers.
Ya, sahabat Edukai, dimanapun berada. Jadi kita sudah melihat tadi penggunaan daripada Cerebras, terutama dalam mengasah critical thinking kita bisa berdebat. Dan kalau kita terus melakukan ini setiap hari, mengangkat isu-isu yang bagus, yang ilmiah gitu, akhirnya kita akan diperkaya dan kita akan mendapat refleksi-refleksi dari jawaban-jawaban yang diberikan oleh chatbot yang dikembangkan oleh Cerebras ini. Nah, kita perlu mengetahui bahwa Cerebras ini mengekstrak data. Jadi kalau kita mendengar informasi-informasi yang diberikan itu, semuanya itu sudah dilakukan melalui training atau pelatihan daripada sistem ini. Jadi algoritmenya cukup kuat sehingga kita bisa menggunakan ini untuk memperkaya wawasan kita. Sahabat, yang paling bagus untuk Cerebras ini sampai saat ini adalah jarang dibahas oleh tutorial-tutorial yang lain, dan ini adalah sebuah aplikasi gratis dan kita gunakan untuk pembelajaran bahasa Inggris dan juga untuk mengembangkan critical thinking yang nantinya bisa mengasah diri kita ini menjadi lebih cerdas, menambah wawasan tentang berbagai isu yang ada. Baik, selamat menikmati dan semoga tutorial ini bermanfaat. Dan kalau sahabat merasakan bahwa tutorial ini ada manfaatnya, silakan like, share, dan subscribe.
Belajar bersama Edukai, cerdas beretika,